Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency and Wally Hatchett's Comfort Food and Drinks at 6439 Summer Avenue.
Hey, good Saturday morning, and welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And no, this is not Larry Ray. This is Ron Long, one of the occasional co-hosts here on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Larry's under the weather today, if you haven't heard from some of the other segments we've had, and hopefully he gets well. Our thoughts and prayers go out to him to get well soon so he can get back in the studio. And with me this morning, he's actually sometimes introduces a lot of the segments here on Outdoors with Larry Ray because of his oracle voice that he has. Our friend Frank Barton.
Thank you, Ron. Good morning. I was getting nervous. I didn't exactly know where you were going to go with all that.
Yeah, you never know where I'm going to go with anything.
That's the reason why I was nervous. When Larry put the show together and sent it to us, as far as these are the guests, these are the things lined up, and I noticed, he front loaded it with all fishing folks.
Of course.
I'm not quite certain why. I'll have to talk to him a little bit about it. So we let Ron and I decided Ron was going to interview the fishing folks. Well, the last two segments, we're putting our hunting clothes on, and we're through fishing. We're going to go to the deer woods, and the best person around for dealing with your deer after you've shot it is Dave Payne at Dave's Deer Processing, and that's where Larry takes his deer. And we got Dave on the phone. Good morning, Dave.
Morning.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. You too.
All right, Dave. When I saw this, I said, what are the most questions that someone needs to know? So the first one I've got is, how's the best way for one of your customers to bring you the deer after they've shot it? How's if in a perfect world, what would Dave like to see come in?
All right, perfect. Well, what we want, the only thing we want is for the customer to field dress the deer. We don't want it quartered up and skinned and in coolers and none of that mess, because everything we have is designed to hang the whole animal. So we don't charge to skin them. We don't charge to cut your head off. We don't charge to cut your antlers off. So we prefer that you bring it as a whole animal, just field dress it, and that way we can control the contaminant on it a lot better. And my guys will skin it and take care of it and put it into the cooler.
And how long is it taking right now for to turn around a deer? If I brought a deer into you, well, I can't do it tomorrow morning because I know you're closed on Christmas Day, right?
well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Right
all right.
now,
So how long will it take?
Right now, we're about 10 to 12 days. 12 days is safe to say. When you drop off right now, we'll be calling you as fast as we can within about 12 days.
Okay. Now, it's Christmas Eve, and I just assumed that Christmas Day would be things are closed at Dave's Deer Processing, but is it?
Well, we will be closed for processing on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but our reefer trailer will be open, so somebody can come and do a self-drop-off inside the refrigerated trailer, and then when we come back to work Monday, we'll, get them out of there and take care of them. So what that person will do is right next to our building is the silver refrigerator. So open the back of that trailer. To the left wall is a big green neon poster board that has all the rules and all the paperwork. So you'll read down that thing on what you're supposed to fill out, how you attach it to the animal, and then they'll zip tie it to their deer, and they'll pull it forward in front of the trailer so that the next guy that drops off has room, and then they'll just shut the door.
So it's
and we're going to run that on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
What about New Year's?
What about New Year's Day? Yes, we'll be here New Year's Eve.
Same thing on New Year's.
Right.
No, same thing on New Year's Day, though. Okay,
that's correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about how's the best way to bring it in, but now there's another question: is what is on Dave's don't ever do list? Don't ever do this when you bring me a deer.
Man, that's a pretty lengthy list.
I kind of thought it might be that way.
That's a good question.
We just, my main thing is I want people to realize is that when you harvest that animal, that is going to be food for yourself and your family. So you need to take care of it as if it cost you $3,000 to kill that deer. You want to take it and treat it the exact same way. You don't want to gut it and then drag it behind your four-wheeler and fill it with sticks and gravel and leaves and, all that kind of mess. You want to keep it clean. And like I said, you just got to remember that they consume this animal. And the cleaner you can keep it, the better you can have it, the greater of a product it becomes on the back end. So, like I said, that's why we don't care for them in coolers, because then they sit in ice water, and plus they take up a lot of room. We don't have shelving room for that. So just be mindful of that when you harvest that deer. That, all right, hey, look, the first thing I need to do is get these guts out of it. I don't want to ride around for 4 hours taking pictures, showing all my buddies, and then, field dress it, because that automatically adds an odor to that animal, So you got to be real mindful of the way that you take care of things. I could go on and on, but I won't. I'll just say that.
Well, it might get a little graphic if we don't need that necessarily on radio, but so really but don't wait 3 or 4 hours, like you say. Just do it.
Correct.
Field dress it almost immediately.
You should, yeah. Now we have been really lucky with weather this season. The weather has been our friend. It's been pretty cold the majority of this deer season. So you have room to play. But, those days when it gets up in the 40s, 50s, 60 degrees, you don't really have a lot of room to play around, until you take care of that deer.
Kind of forgotten about those kind of days today.
That's right. Yeah, it's going to be rough this weekend, that's for sure. But, you just be mindful that you're going to consume it and that you're going to give it to somebody else, because, we're a different shop here. We don't swap out anything. So it's not like you said, well, I let it roll around for 4 days, but I might not get that one back. You're going to get that one back when you come to me. Mm-hmm. So you want to take care of it to the best of your ability.
Hey, talking about taking care of the meat and the things, what are some of the products that you guys can do with, say I bring in a deer? Mm-hmm. What kind of end products can I expect, or how do you do all that?
Well, we have 3 different packages that you choose from, and they're basically all the same. Any way you want to do your back straps, any roaster steaks you keep out of the hindquarters. And then our first package, which would be called our basic cut, it's $90, and the ground is straight deer meat, no fat added. And then for $110, you get fat added in your burger. And then for $120, you get whatever percentage you want, 50-50 or 80-20 or whatever of burger and breakfast sausage. So once you pick that package, then you move over to the right side of the paper, and that's all the a la carte. That's the jerky, the snack sticks. They're like a Slim Jim product. We got 4 different flavors of summer sausages, and we have 3 different flavors of bratwurst type sausages that we can do. So there's quite a few. We do a bacon burger. We do bacon wrapped fillets. So there's quite a few of a variety that you can pick from to, satisfy everybody, really.
If someone wants to find you online, social media, whatever, how do they do that?
Well, you will look up Pipe Dream Farms Butchery. That's our Facebook page. And we're right outside of Arlington, in between Arlington and Galloway off of Highway 70 at 1365 Burrow Cemetery Road. Or they can just call us at 901-870-2819. And we can give them all the info they need.
Okay, and that number answers all the time, correct?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yep, that number's constant.
Okay. Now, Christmas Day, tomorrow, what's that going to be like in the Dave Payne household?
Well, we are going to relax a little bit. Now, we don't have to get up super early anymore because both my kids are grown. So we'll take our time, get up, and then we'll open up our gifts, and then we always cook breakfast. And then after breakfast is over, we just relax for the rest of the day. We don't have any plans. We don't go anywhere. Or, well, we try not to. We just sit back and relax.
Well, that's good. Well, you for one day you'll get to relax, and then you'll be back. Then you'll be back at it on Monday, and then
yes, sir.
and dealing with everything that got dropped off in your self-serve freezer.
That's right. During everything from Saturday, from today and tomorrow. So it'll be busy, but it's we this reefer trailer is brand new this year, trying this self drop off, and so far everybody's doing the right thing that they're supposed to. So it's all working out real good, and as long as it keeps on, everybody keeps on doing what they're supposed to as far as reading the instructions and tagging the deer and keeping the door closed. That's the main thing. Keep the door closed because that's a refrigerated trailer. And as long as that keeps happening, we're going to keep this refrigerated trailer as a self drop-off for after hours or holidays.
Sounds good. Dave, Shelby has given us the high sign over here that we need to go on and take a commercial break. So thanks for spending time with us this morning on Outdoors with Larry Ray. And Merry Christmas to you and yours. And hope that things turn out very well for you at Dave's Deer Processing.
Well, we appreciate everything that y'all and Larry do for us. So Merry Christmas to y'all and everybody that's listening, and hope to see you soon.
Okay, that's Dave Payne from Dave's Deer Processing out there outside of Arlington. And so let's take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll talk a little bit of duck hunting on Outdoors with Larry Ray.